paganism. God is pure. So God is pure. You cannot mix paganism with God. You cannot mix your false idols, your false gods, with the true nature of God. And that's what the Roman Empire did. The Roman Empire worshiped Invictus, their false god, which represents the sun. They don't believe in Jesus Christ, because if they did, they would live by the Spirit, and they would not have mixed their false god with the true nature of God. So what the Germans did, the Holy Roman Empire, because they call themselves holy, they mixed their false god, Invictus, with Christianity, which they mixed it up with Christ. They mixed it up with God. The Roman Empire worshipped the same false sun god as the Egyptians did. The Egyptians had a false god called Amen-Ra, which represents the sun god. That's a false idols, paganism. This is where we get Christmas, Easter, all these different days. God didn't say do none of that. Come out of these religions. They have you worshiping their false idols. That's what they have done. The Romans have you worshiping Christianity, but their form of Christianity. And they mixed it up with their false gods. They mixed it up with Invictus. Invictus is Satan, the sun god, which is not the real God. It's dogma. Egyptians had the same dogma false god, and they named him Amen-Ra, the sun god. In fact, in back of your dollar bill, you have the pyramid, you have the eagle, Egyptian, Roman. And there's a coincidence here. You have the pyramid, Amen-Ra, you have the eagle, Invictus. And they mix these things with Christianity. Research it. If you have a hard time remembering Amen-Ra, think about the football player Amen-Ra St. Brown. Amen-Ra St. Brown. And the Roman false god, Invictus. In fact, the Catholic religion, if you see a pope, you see the sun and everything, that's Invictus. That's Invictus. So, Egyptians and the Romans worship false gods, and they mix it up with Christianity, and they have you worshiping a false god. All these different holidays come from the Roman Empire. Comes from the Roman Empire. And I'm sorry I have to say this, but it is true. All you have to do is do the research. Do the things that God told you to do. If you do the things that God told you to do, you will be all right. But if you keep worshiping these miserable forces of paganism, then you are captured. You're captured because they represent Satan, Invictus, Amen-Ra.